AUTOSAR, you already know this is a automotive open system architecture. Uh, Before going to AUTOSAR, now you are using some development, right? You are doing some development. In what architecture we will follow? In before AUTOSAR, how we will follow? Is like all model will communicate via bus. You agree or not? Whatever model or functionality. For example, you are working on some functionality, right? Can you give me some example?
For automobile vehicles,
Vehicles, okay. It have some functionality, right? A vehicle have a multiple functionality. Take one example. Anyone is fine.
distance between the two vehicles,
Okay, that is fine.
Auto
Uh,
automatic climate control, is it?
yeah, correct. Whatever it is, the functionality, we will go ahead. Uh, okay. Um, Before AUTOSAR, how we will access now? For example, if you take some functionality like a airbag or something else, it will do some process and it will directly access the CAN registers or whatever it is, communication I2C, no? I2C registers, and it will update the, update the buffer. Update the buffer means it will transmit or receive the data directly, okay, via bus. There is a no in between. So if in final state of a project, if they want to remove the microcontroller, they want to change the microcontroller, it is not possible because the functionality also it will affect indirectly, because we are configuring the data and everything in a same code. That is the problem. And so it is a hardware and the software is dependent, totally dependent. So each function has a own microcontroller. That means each hardware each software is fully dependent with the hardware. And nowadays the number of ECUs are going fast, and same supplier has to take the hardware and the software. The OEM needs to change the software. They will contact same supplier, so it will lead a high cost. For example, you know, right, a supplier. Who is supplier? Do you have any idea? Tier 1 supplier, tier 2 supplier, tier 3. Anyone have any idea? What is tier 1? It's okay. What is OEM? You know, right? You guys?
original equipment manufacturer.
Okay. Can you give me an example who is the original equipment manager?
Texas Instruments.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. He is the owner. Okay. He will take as a Texas or Maruti, Suzuki. Everyone is a owner.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is
Yes.
owning the property? That is OEM. And tier 1 supplier means Bosch is a tier 1 supplier. Why will call this a tier 1 supplier?
Means
Because please.
most of the products manufactured by the original whatever the products manufactured by the OEM, these will be most used by these tier 1 companies.
Yeah, no. Actually, what is na? They will provide a one product. Okay, tier 1 is nothing but tier 1 supplier is nothing but they are selling the product, total product. For example, the engine ECU or Bosch is selling the number of any number of ECUs. You take one example, engine. They will do all the functionality and they will give us a product. Okay, they are called as a tier 1 supplier. And for tier 2 means where they will get the material. Tier 1 companies where they will get a material, they are tier 2 suppliers. Tier 3 means um, who is manufacturing the material. Okay, now you got it right. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. What is the difference and what is the okay? Now we will go to AUTOSAR. Okay, in current architecture, we cannot use the alternate supplier. We cannot switch the supplier. Okay, currently if some company like Bosch is doing the product engine, for example, engine, they have to give a total hardware, software, everything. Okay, we cannot had the some other suppliers. That is a problem. Okay, in current situation, in I mean non-AUTOSAR part at the time. There are the problem we faced before these. Okay, these are the problems. Okay, then created some rules called as an AUTOSAR. There are multiple companies was involved to develop the AUTOSAR. Okay, AUTOSAR is not a technology; it's an architecture. Okay, for automotive industry. Okay, now we'll go. What is AUTOSAR? AUTOSAR supports the automotive OEM and a tier 1 company. The company means a tier 1 supplier to improve the ECU software quality. Okay, ECU software quality. What is here comes ECU software quality means if one of the supplier having a high qualified data, I mean functionality, we can directly take the particular functionality alone and we can integrate in our current software. Okay, you got it right. So who is having who is delivering the OEM? So with that OEM can easily adopt the other changes. So and the same thing we can reuse the development. If a same supplier, for example, OEM, sorry, for same Audi project, they have a n number of cars. Okay, the n number of cars having a or 2 or 3 issues are having a same functionality. So we can directly take the particular functionality. I mean, we can directly copy and we can paste it into the other ECU without affecting the other functionality. That is the more purpose of an AUTOSAR. Okay, the first point what I told, the ECU software quality. Second one is reduce the development cost, and the third one is avoid redevelopment. Okay, these are the major things we use for AUTOSAR. Okay, and then before we used this architecture, we have a left side, right? Hardware and software are tightly coupled, means we cannot segregate. Okay, it is tightly coupled. We used this AUTOSAR to separate the application software and hardware. What is application software? Can anyone tell what is application software? Initially I told, right? If anyone have any program like a SPI doing, you are having anything, it is better to explain via program. No? That is easy. Can you present your screen and open that particular program? We will discuss, and I will explain what is the application and everything.
So let me share my screen.
Okay.
So I hope you can able to see my screen, Mr. Nagaraj. Program is actually here in this.
Program. I will just explain what is architecture. Okay, okay. Okay, here if you are seeing, right, this is a function in the, okay, in this function ADC0 N0 all are the registers, correct?
Yes.
And here can you come down? If you see, all are directly accessed.
Yes.
There is a no gap between. It will directly control the registers. It will directly update the register and it is directly reading the registers.
Yes.
So we cannot separate the hardware.
And one more thing I need to clarify, Mr. Nagaraj. What is that means? Actually, even
I mean the functionality.
Yeah. We can able
Sorry?
to. I mean, we can able to define the register all by with using all the bit by giving the concept of AD con 0. Okay. AD con 0. But if I want to make it separate, I mean, if I want to make it as a separate bit, that second 0, 1, 2, co bar down, which is equal to, if I want to enable that one, means we can use that separate keyword in that program. Co bar down equal to 1. That is also possible.
Okay, but it is accessing the register, correct?
Yes,
Deepak.
yes, yes,
Anyway, whatever it is, directly or indirectly, but it is directly accessing the registers.
yes,
Correct? The function with the help of ADC, you are going to do something else, right?
yes.
With the ADC, what you are doing? Come in.
Actually, this program explained about that ADC with the brightness. This hardware had be connected with the terms of LDR. Okay, so you can see that in
Okay.
this actually whenever the brightness is getting means the digital converter output will be displaying as 1. Okay, you can see here
Okay.
it's a,
Okay.
but in the program what we have did
Yeah.
is we have connected in the term of potentiometer.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah,
In the potentiometer, it will comes as a analog signal, and with the help of an ADC, what we are doing is we are converting the digital value. This is fine, but we have to separate the hardware and the software. So the
yes,
functionality is different, and for example, if we will get the voltage alone, okay, and
okay,
with the voltage, in particular voltage, what is the value we are only deciding. For
yes,
example, instead of that, we can take one thing. It will convert as a digital value, right? For example, 0 to 255 value it will give. Okay, it
yes,
is giving, the
exactly,
ADC is converting and it is giving, and we have to fix some value. We can take a same meter and we'll check like if it is 0, then we will make it as an no torch. I mean, this is only light, no light. If it is 255 means 125. If it reach a 125, it is a medium level brightness. If it is
yes,
255, this is high level
high
brightness.
level,
We
yes,
are keeping this functionality, right? This function we are called as an application layer. Okay, where
okay,
and
okay.
all the register we are accessing, that is called as a BSW layer. If you have any doubts, please let me know.
Yeah, I got it understood. So BSW is the base software, correct?
Yes, only it will access the only MCall have access the registers, but we will check one by one. First, we will first level of understanding is fine.
Okay, got it.
You got it right. This is the application layer with only the functionality. We are doing only functionality with the ADC values. We are doing some functionality, right? That is the application. Okay, if we press the brake, then the sensor will read from the ECU, and the sensor will send the data to the RTE. From the RTE, we will read the particular sensor values. With the help of a sensor value, we only decide it is what kind of a signal. I mean, what we have to do. If apply the brake, what we have to do? We have to uh, press the brake. We have to external how much brake we need it. That one we have to provide it to the other ECU. That one we have to do. Okay. So that functionality called as an application. Okay.
Okay,
Then
got
so currently it is not possible to segregate, but in AUTOSAR architecture it is possible. Um, in current uh,
yeah,
what kind of a solution the automotive industry needed. Like
yes,
currently the number of ECU involved due to the mobility solution, number of ECU are growing faster inside the vehicle. So here, for the OEM to support the OEM to need a independent hardware and independent software. For example, they want to change a supplier, they can easily change it with the help of an AUTOSAR supplier or hardware, anything. It is easily we can take someone functionality. Someone is doing a correct functionality, crypto functionality, the CSC calculated functionality, then we can directly import it without with independent of our hardware. That is the main thing. Okay. Um, the advantage of an AUTOSAR is reduce the development cost and avoid the development of the similar ECU software component. That is the main part. And now we'll go to AUTOSAR. What AUTOSAR will give?
and
Okay.
Mr. Nagaraj, can you please give me a moment so that I can clarify the doubts regarding that application software and base software that you have explained to
Okay.
me? Yeah, yeah, sorry for this immense actually.
No, sure.
Yeah, And the team, I'm just explaining you again based on the discussion and taught by Mr. Rangaraj, which means base software and application software. Okay. The base software is nothing but the register function that you are using, like the way in the AD analog to digital converter technique. Okay. The register, we are directly accessing that value that can be generally called as that base software. Okay. The output which you are coming with the terms of the hardware components or outcome which you are using, that one is called as the application software. I guess some of the people have done with the SPI connection, I2C connection, and also ADC as well. Okay. In SPI connection, there is a register called SSP stat, SSP con, and SSP con 1, and different type of registers are available like this. Okay. That register that you're going to give some input to that register, that can be called as the base software. Am I right, Mr. Rangaraj?
Yes, Deepak.
Yeah. And the outcome which you are getting from that SPI, which is called as that application software. Okay, according to the embedded perspective.
Sorry, full protocol is base software only.
Yeah.
Deepak, and the final data we are getting right from
Yes.
other model. With the data, we are going to do some functionality called as a software component.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
this is different. Okay,
And one.
What AUTOSAR will give? It will give the standard platform. Means we have a 3-layer totally. Already I told application layer, where the original process is happening. I mean the CSC algorithm or calculation, something happening, that is called as an application. RT is like a wherever it is, whatever it is, it will application or layer or BSW layer, it will transmit the data via RTE. And third is a BSW. There is a totally 3 component, I mean layer in the AUTOSAR. Okay, the functionality is applied as a software component with the help of an RTE. For example, one company you can example, EB Ultrabit company done the one small functionality, and it want to integrate, the OEM want that functionality to integrate in the Bosch software. It is possible with the help of an AUTOSAR, and we have a separate OS for a AUTOSAR functionality. Example VAC, okay, that everything as a hardware independent, because we have a separate layer for an hardware. Okay, same interface for all basic software, and we can reuse to the software. Same interface means what? Anyhow, it's a software interface, which is same like that. It will pass the data to one software to another software. Okay, here the application, how it will pass the data? With the help of RT alone, it will pass the data. Whatever it is, it want to uh, exchange the data between the application to BSW or RTE to application to another application. It will use the RTE as a mediator. Okay, it will all the information. I mean, all the interface is configured in the RTE. Okay, we'll go to AUTOSAR methodology. Totally, we have 4 methodologies. Okay, first one is software component description. Second is system description. Sorry. Third one is extract system description, and fourth one is ECU configuration. Okay, first software component description. The first step, we have to complete the functionality of the vehicle, meaning the multiple software component and communication via virtual function bus. Okay, for example, OEM want the feature. We can take as a whatever it is, some car. If you take some cars, n number of users, user brake, infotainment, cluster, and everything. Okay. So each one have a different functionality. Okay, and OEM will give the software description. I mean the requirement. Okay, for each functionality have a individual requirement. That is called as a software component description. System description means the software component will distribute to the ECUs, and each ECU communicate via bus and the software component. You got it right. The system description means a software component will distribute to the ECUs. Each ECU is communicate via bus in system level. Okay, and third one is extract system description, which means we have to create a system extraction for each ECU. The system description, the before one is the system description means it is a common requirement for all software, all ECUs, and this one extract system description means it is only targeted on the single ECU, which means example engine or some ECU alone, it will target it. Okay, and finally the ECU configuration. ECU is configured based on the ECU extract. For one single ECU is configured based on the ECU extract. One software component communicate to the another software component via RTE. In this methodology only, we are configuring the RTE. Okay, and each and everything is communicated via RTE only in AUTOSAR. That is the main part. Okay, you. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll go to, this is on a layer already I told. There is a totally 3 layers: application layer, RTE, and BSW layer.